I mean, man, you Americans are built different. Like seriously, different, especially when it comes to winter. I mean, as a New Zealander, I've never seen anything like this. Now, I just want to know, do you guys follow or know the Outdoor Boys? Welcome back to another reaction video. So today we're doing something a little bit different. I had an email come through on someone telling me to check out the Outdoor Boys. Now, I've seen some of his clips through social media, but I've never actually sat down and watched one of his videos right through. And so the title of this video is called Survival Camping in 4 meters of snow during a blizzard. So no time to waste. Let's dive straight into it.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and I'm camping in really deep snow in a blizzard. It's gonna be fun!
Now, if there's a way to start a video, I mean, that's the perfect way. They just sucked me in right there. How cool is that? He was walking inside a blizzard and he said it's gonna be fun. So, let's carry on. Look how gorgeous that is. Alaska. He's in Alaska. Let me just double check that. It doesn't say that he's in Alaska, but I'm pretty sure this is Alaska. You guys will have to let me know. Is this Alaska? And all those gears, man, again, we're not really snow people over here, but this dude seems to have all the snow gears. What on earth is that? Well, there's a lot going on here. I just have to pause it there. His shoes. Those are the coolest things. I'm guessing if he didn't wear those shoes, he would just sink right into the snow. Is this snow like super, super soft? Also, they'd stick. Obviously, at first I was like, what the heck is he using this for? But it's obviously to see how deep the snow is. Man, that is deep. Got the snacks. Now he's setting up camp. You know, just watching him do this, American snow it just doesn't crumble. He's able to like slice out cubes and it's able to stay in the cube without breaking and crumbling to pieces. That's the first thing that stood out to me here. That is so cool. Wow. I love it how he barely even talks, yet it's so entertaining what he's doing. Wow. See, obviously, he knows exactly what he's up to. He's obviously done this a lot of times. The question I had in terms of the snow, is the snow different in all different types of states? I understand Alaska's above Canada, so it'd be a lot more different, a lot more colder there. But around, I don't know, around America, is the snow different from this? Because I just can't get over how he's able to just legitimately cut a cube without it just absolutely breaking into pieces. Like, you could legit build a house out of these cubes. Wait, let's go back there, Look, check this out. Well, that's not the ground. Is that, what's poking up at the bottom of it? He's probably, what, a good 1.5 2 meters deep right now? And it looks like I can see some tree branches. Don't tell me that that's how deep the snow gets. Don't tell me he's at the top of where trees are. Or is that just, I wouldn't even have a clue. You guys are gonna have to help me answer that. That's a branch. That's a tree branch. No way you just bent that. Oh, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. Let's just... Okay, I gotta ask a question. So obviously he's camping here. Is that a common thing for people in Alaska to do, or people in America to go camping in 2-meter deep snow? That is crazy. And it obviously shows like Alaska is it's literally a different planet. Oh, it's just crazy how some people live in those type of conditions.
That looks good.
I'm guessing that's where he's gonna
All right,
sleep.
I think I'm done digging. I'm exhausted. Oh, dry gloves. Oh, that's exactly what I need.
That's cool.
All right.
Okay, the first thing I'm thinking right now is he went a meter inside. So he went 2 meters down, made the main channel walkway that he's walking back and forth in. Then he went a meter in and about a meter to 2 meters back in. What if they, does he have anyone with him? What if that collapses on him? This dude's crazy.
There we go.
And another thing I notice is every time he takes a breath, you can see the coldness. You can only imagine how cold it gets there. Because here in New Zealand, I feel like our winter, we're like, man, it's freezing here. Holy cow. But I don't think we have a clue. I seriously don't think we have a clue how cold it is in some parts of America or other places around the world.
Let's get some water boiling. I am so hungry.
That's cool. Nice. That is so cool. He just, for his water, he just goes outside, grabs a nice fresh part of snow and chucks it on the fire. That is...
Oh, it's getting cold.
Look how cold that is.
Well, guys, now that I'm done digging, let me give you a tour of the shelter here. Look at that. It's a lot of digging.
It's got stairs.
We got vaulted ceilings there. Well, to give you an idea how deep the snow is, this pole is 9 feet tall. That's 3 meters, and it doesn't quite reach the roof.
Wow.
So we're about 11 and a half, 12 feet deep, or about 4 meters. The crazy thing is, I didn't even dig to the bottom. Now the tunnel I'm sleeping in tonight goes about 6.5 feet into the side of the hill. And then this part is about 7.5 feet long. Well, originally I was just gonna dig the tunnel
Over
this
2
way,
meters.
but I ended up hitting something solid and couldn't go any deeper. So I ended up having to hang a right. So my rough estimate is I ended up digging out about 400 cubic feet of snow. So yeah, moved a lot of snow today.
That is crazy. Now I got a question. So he's got the main walkway. Why didn't he just sleep underneath the shelter? Why didn't he just, maybe the flow of the air? I don't know. Is it the flow of air that if the air comes in, but mind you, would it just go straight in? I don't know, but help me understand that. What's the reason behind it? Also, 3 meters. That's 3 meters deep snow. From a New Zealander's point of view, that is just, that is another meter on top of my roof. Like that is mental. Like seriously, that is crazy. And he said he hit something. Yeah, you probably hit a tree, bro. You probably hit a tree. That's what you hit.
I didn't bring any fancy pants camping meals tonight. I've got a leftover MRE packet. I think this is Asian style beef strips. We're gonna warm that
What on earth is the MRE packet? MRE, what does that stand for?
up in our water here. Once that's warmed up, I'm gonna make some of this chicken and rice here. Never tried this flavor before. We'll see if it's any good.
So good.
All right, I'm gonna make a cup of warm tea while I wait for my dinner to hydrate. I'm freezing. Oh, that's good. I am so thirsty and so cold. This tastes amazing. Oh.
And that's another thing. It's just he said I'm thirsty, but obviously he's not gonna have like I'm so used to seeing videos about America, how you guys love your ice. Well, he ain't gonna have ice in this video. I'll tell you that.
Kind of a funky flavor, but it tastes so good right now. I'm just gonna mix up the MRE with this thing and see if it tastes a little better. That worked. These dehydrated camping meals are really nice after a hard day like today, but I have a hard time eating them more than a couple days in a row. That's it. All right, this is how I do the dishes. For dessert, I've got one of these shelf life apple turnovers. This thing will last like 20 years before it goes bad or something like that. I'm gonna heat it up by putting it on top of the pot like that. All right, we're gonna give this a try. Couple-year-old apple turnover. Let's see if it's any good. No, it's kind of dry. Maybe I'm just hungry, but this thing tastes pretty good. All right, I brought along a second dessert. It's a chocolate-covered macadamia.
I love this dude. He's got such a good personality. I'm really like enjoying just his sense of humor. He's got a good sense of humor. But, the snow, I'm just not used to. If you had to survive in America for 7 days in the harshest conditions, I mean, what would you rather survive in? The snow, the jungle, the ocean, or the desert? I can tell you right now, I don't know if I could do the cold snow. I don't know if I could do what he is doing. It's very, very extreme, but also very, very cool.
Nut with caramel, but it's frozen, so I gotta thaw it out. Oh, that's good. Oh, that tasted wonderful. All right, I filled up my water bottle with boiling water. I'm gonna throw it in my bag to keep me warm tonight. But in the meantime, I'm putting it in my jacket.
That's cool.
Hey guys, check out my snow shovel. This thing took a beating today. The bottom 2 feet of the snow was almost ice. Black Diamond makes this shovel, and I've had it for about 4 or 5 years, and I have used and abused this shovel. But I think it might be time to retire it and get a new one. I'll definitely be buying another one. This was a good shovel. It is so quiet here under the snow, but every once in a while I'm hearing this noise, and at first I thought it was an animal, but I think the wind is kicking up. Let's see. Oh yeah. We got a good 15-20 mile per hour wind whipping through the mountains here. Check it out, the wind's blowing a snowdrift over my snowshoes. Wow. I better put those away before I lose them.
Snowshoes.
You can't tell the wind's blowing at all when you get down here in the shelter. And since the wind is coming down from the mountains from that direction, that arch is keeping the wind from swirling down here into the trench. That's the big advantage of these snow shelters. They keep you out of the wind, but you gotta build them correctly. That's why you never want the entrance to your snow cave and the entrance to your shelter pointing in the same direction.
Well, he answered my question from before. You never want the entrance to be in the same direction or the same entryway as where you're about to sleep. Makes sense.
Wind a straight shot into your sleeping area. The other advantage of these snow caves is that if you build them right, they're always about 15 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Now that's not warm, But if it's 0 degrees out or -20, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Another trick is you want to make sure the bed is always at least 12 inches above the floor of the trench.
Gotcha.
Sometimes the cold air will kind of collect in the bottom of the trench, and you don't want your sleeping bag to be the lowest point in the shelter. Now that I'm
Gotcha.
not moving around and shoveling snow, I'm getting really cold. I'm gonna hop in that sleeping bag. I go ahead and put on my down booties. These things are so great for keeping your feet warm. Western Mountaineering makes these.
So cool.
All right, got my clown shoes on and my stretchy pants. Let's see if I can get into my bag without getting myself all snowy. Makes a big difference if you make your shelter big enough so that you don't have to crawl on your hands and knees. All right. Oh, that hot water bottle feels so good. With these snow caves, you always got to make them wide enough and tall enough that you can roll around a little bit and never touch the snow. If even a small part of you rubs up against the snow in the night, it's going to be so cold. Don't want any part of that. Well, it gets dark really early up here in Alaska, so I got a little bit of time before I need to go to sleep. I think I'm going to listen to an audiobook.
Okay, well, that's a good point. We found out he's in Alaska. He's in Alaska. I don't know. It didn't say in the description preview, but he said it gets really dark. I wonder how dark it gets up there. You guys are going to have to let me know that answer.
All right, guys, it's late. I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to see you guys in the morning, and I'm going to sleep in. It's been a long day.
Yeah, you deserve a sleep in.
Oh, good morning. I've been sitting in my bag for way too long. It's nice and toasty in here. Guys, that windstorm that started last night got a lot worse, but it is so cozy in here. You can't hear or feel any wind at all. I mean, listen. You can't hear anything. You know, it's not exactly warm in here, but without the wind, it's a really manageable temperature. All right, enough talking. I gotta go use the bathroom bad. Oh. Look at that. We got some serious snow in the shelter. Wow. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Oh. Oh, my gloves are so frozen. Yep, those are frozen solid. My stove is under here. There's like 6-8 inches of snow in the bottom of my shelter. Oh my goodness.
No way.
Holy mackerel. Oh, it is really blowing out here, folks.
Now, this is why I wanted to watch this video. He is showing the... Look at Alaska. This is a part of America, and check it out, man. It is crazy. It's a blizzard.
Woo. Look at that, the wall is completely buried. Look at that. It's got to be gusting 50 miles per hour out here. It's hard to stand up.
No way.
You can barely see my stairs. Oh, look at this. Oh, well, looks like I got some digging to do if I want to make breakfast. There's so much snow being blown into the trench, I don't think I can get the stove lit out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook inside here. For breakfast, we got something called the Bandito Scramble. Cheese and eggs and potatoes and stuff.
Okay.
Well, I brought my tin can fireplace with me, but I didn't light it last night because I was so tired. But I could really use something to warm my gloves up right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and light it up. Because there's not a lot of firewood around, I brought a chunk of one of those fireplace logs you buy at the supermarket. There we go.
Wow.
A little chunk like that will only last a couple hours.
Did he just hang it on his saw and like it's burning the saw?
But it makes a really nice cozy little fire. Works good for drying out gloves. We're gonna try my Bandito scramble. That is not appetizing. Adding too much water didn't help it. I'm gonna eat some trail mix so my mouth will stop being angry at me. My stuff is quickly getting buried in snow. I need to straighten up before I start losing equipment.
So we're talking like legitimately within like a half an hour. His stuff's getting buried by snow. Man, Alaska is definitely a place I want to go to. I mean, everyone's heard of Alaska. I don't know if I'd love to go where he's at right now, but I'd love to go to Alaska.
Equipment.
Could they just...
I'm all packed up and I think I better get out of here. This storm's only getting worse and the snow's getting deeper and my fingers are so cold. Yeah, this was a good shelter, but it is quickly filling up with snow. Probably got 5 feet of snow is accumulated in the foot of the trench since I got up this morning. When you see that, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see if we can find my snowshoes. Oh. Time to get out of here.
Wow. Man, I wonder how far he is from where his car is or where he came from or hiked from, because that doesn't look good, a blizzard. A snow blizzard. Even he looks like he's a little bit afraid. Oh, don't tell me he's lost.
In the trees, I can get a block from the wind. My fingers are so cold I can't get my car keys out of my pocket. I gotta warm them up in my armpits for a little bit. It's a little blustery out there.
Okay, now that was a very, very cool video. I'm glad I watched it, and I think I'd like to watch more because I'm guessing he goes and explores a lot of places. America, obviously Alaska, but that was very, very choice. I really enjoyed watching that and just educating myself on pretty much how to survive in an Alaskan snow blizzard, how to survive overnight. That is absolutely amazing information to know. But just seeing Alaska, beautiful, beautiful. Your country is beautiful, man. Now I just want to know, do you guys follow or know the Outdoor Boys? Now let me just stop you right there just for a second. Now I want to let all of you guys know that I'm currently on Instagram and X. Let me show you a little bit here. Now up here, me and Willow just got off a Disney cruise. Like, how cool is that? And just below here, we have my mum's 19 grandchildren. Now if you want to know more about me and my family, head over to Instagram, head over to X, make sure to leave a follow, and please subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video and want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to check out my playlist, click here.